Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Dragon Quest III HD 100% guide. So, basically, we're after having a little bit of a grind, and we're after getting a good amount of levels and equipment. And I should mention, really important, during that grind when I was buying the equipment, etc., we ended up finding a mini medal inside one of the pots in the equipment shop. So when I bought the broadsword or the hand axe or whatever, there is a mini medal in there as well. So just if I never said, and I ended up zooming straight to the temple, but then I remembered, actually, while I was grinding in the desert, I also ended up finding to the southeast of the town, I ended up finding a little temple. It was all surrounded by toxic poisony stuff, and I kind of thought, oh, I can't go there in general, but then I kind of stepped in and was like, is it an insta-kill? And it wasn't. So I was lucky in being able to kind of run through and get into the area. I can zoom to it, but then I just wanted to show you guys where it is in case you want to find it yourselves. And especially when I was after having the situation where I had gotten the mini medal, I didn't want to have a potential another mini medal being collected off screen again. It just isn't the right vibe that I want. But it does just go to show you that it is so important to check absolutely everything wherever you are in the story, because there's stuff to be found, whether it be weapons, armor, mini medals, herbs, accessories. Like, there's literally something to be found everywhere. And we're after getting some experience points, which is brilliant. And we're just gonna traverse through the ickiness. We're getting like damage ticks every step. But first time in here, let's talk to this guy. I do want to know where the magic key is. It's in the northern part of the desert. There's a great pyramid. Yeah, I've been there. Beware, it's a treacherous place. Kind of figured that out. Full of traps. Yeah, I found that out too. Before you enter, you must seek knowledge of the conveniences in Ibis. Like, what are they going to tell me, really, you know? And I got a mini medal, so yes, I'm glad that I now saved this for here. But that's probably a book in the bookshelf. Look at the red, look at the red. Girl's Own Annual. I think I had that already from the other kind of guy where I got the Thief's Key for Tearaway. I think Tearaway is now Kakashi's base personality, but I then changed it with the accessories. And I have to give props to that. Like, it is really good how you can get useful accessories, but then they also, you know, give you stat boosts, but then they also can give you a personality. So if we were respecking and it's like, oh, well, I really want lots of strength boosts, you can just give a really powerful strength boosting accessory when you reclass someone into a warrior. And then even if their personality was for MP, let's say, like Serena, you can give her an accessory. She's then high strength, and then you can bring her somewhere to boost levels really quickly. Oh, and I do the little like dance as I go up with the music. This audio is post commentary and not live commentary, but it lets me kind of, I suppose, have a hindsight to what we're looking at, and lets me trim down the bloat a little bit, and just lets us get through the area unscathed. Now, when it comes to this area, I kind of was getting the feeling that, like, I am strong enough. I am able to get through here. We have the handy heals in the menu, so we're starting every fight at, like, full power. Serena's, you know, wearing the scholar cap, so she's getting, like, a massive MP boost. But essentially, we need to travel up and around the pyramid, up to the top floor. the traps that drop you down to the bottom floor. The basement has an evil curse that you can't use magic in. It's terrifying. And some of the chests are mimics. And that's basically where we ended last episode, where I got absolutely destroyed by a mimic, and I was like, I clearly need to do some levels in the interim. But there really was no need to worry. Just look out for sparkle spots when you're grinding in the open area, and the sparkle spots change whether it's daytime or nighttime. So just keep an eye out for them. Like, I am after encountering a carnivorous box here, and literally turn 1, Recusant's dead. And I was like, okay, maybe it's literally just a reset, like an instant reset, I'm not sure. But I said I might as well see what they're like. And because of Accelerate now, we got all our hits in before that, which means Serena can mid-heal herself, so we're not going to get ambushed. And so long as he keeps just single target hitting, we should be okay. Now Serena's asleep. Oh no. Oh no, Adrian's asleep. With a really powerful crit, nearly breaking 100 damage in a single turn, we managed to beat a Carnivox. The chest remains open, thanks be to gods. You're not going to like accidentally re-summon a Carna chest. We got a good amount of money. We're after having Zin on our characters, so Serena's able to revive everybody and then give massive heals to everyone else in the team. And that is just, you know, my naivete of thinking I could survive 20 levels of really intense fights, getting a gadabout to the max level, was just pure hubris on the hardest difficulty. We're after having 2 battles in a row now with mimics, but I would rather not miss out on the knuckle dusters like what we got with Kakashi, just because potentially these enemies are, you know, horrible, etc. So I think I actually have an evasion boosting move. We're going to give that a go. We're going to try a leg sweep stun, see if that does anything, and then we're going to muster strength to give Adrian a bigger boost so she doesn't have to be using Stone's Throw. And I'm like, we definitely want to accelerate again, because accelerating made sure we got through everything. So now our team is buffed now. So now it's just going to be the case where Serena's going to heal up the Recusant. Recusant is now going to maybe use Zap, because we're after getting lightning damage and we haven't actually used lightning against anything. And now that we have our muster strength, we can use our attack to more damage. No one's asleep. Zap did 40, but Adrian's weapon only does 1, which is like really not ideal. So sorry, Adrian, you were 100% right. Use your Stone's Throw. I was sorry to like cut across you with that. And then I suppose, do I just do a whoosh? Like 30, 14. Oh, literally nearly dead. Not good at all. And we're gonna just have Serena. We're gonna just turn it back to automatic, because if it was automized, Serena would have been able to heal Kakashi mid-turn order, whereas all my decisions tend to end up with us having a certain ability on at the start of the turn, and then someone might die or someone might desperately need a heal, but I didn't think they needed one because at the start of the turn they were fine. So it's just a mixture of sometimes the AI is better to have on, and other times you're better off taking control and just making decisions yourself, you know? But Adrian has finally hit level 18. She's after getting a brilliant HP boost as per usual, and this has been the ability. Service Call allows Adrian to randomly pull either the services of a priest, the services of an innkeeper, or the services of a shopkeeper. Inn is at a very high premium. It's 100 a day. But you can now, in the middle of dungeons, have a cottage effect. Within the dungeon, you can just literally be at the top floor, be right before a boss, and if you're lucky with the service you call, you're able to fully heal yourself. Max HP, max MP, absolutely brilliant. And I'm like, one of these chests have to be containing something. And I got an unsealant, so we have a silence cure. Great. Definitely worth all of that hardship fighting those 2 cannibal chests. But Kakashi is now at the stage in his life where he is critting for triple digits, ladies and gents. It is A2 the Amazing. And as I say, everybody else has the best gear they could have. They all have really powerful weapons, really powerful armors. And unfortunately, with us playing on Draconian, that's just what we have to do. Because the game is designed, okay, it's going to be really challenging even when you're maxed out equipment. So it's going to be borderline impossible to complete this game to the level that we want when you have not enough equipment and not enough armor, equipment, weapons, stats. So we need to prioritize just taking some time off between episodes, grinding up levels, etc. Like the 2 or 3 levels we gained after the horrible box incident, you know, it's done us well so far. But what I am really excited about is moving into February. 2025 has been a really good time for the channel. We have, completed the Pokemon Nuzlocke. We have started a new series. The Witcher is going to now be on Wednesdays. And now Serena has reached level 16. Sorry to cut across you, but she got an amazing 12 boost in MP again. I kind of, was shocked and awed the first time she got like 16 MP. But like 12 MP is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to let this level up go by without saying that. And just after getting an AoE defense drop and an AoE shell effect with magic resistance. And magic barrier, oh my god. I will just tell you that that spell changed. Oh, sorry, I had to yawn there. That spell changes everything. That spell single-handedly, well, I won't spoil, but it did work. It did so much work. It is so good. Absolutely amazing. But at the moment I'm like, this just seems to be a big sprawling maze. Do I literally just have to go upstairs? And now, for in terms of money grinding, those little money or like enchanted bags, coin purses, those are what got us all the funding for an entire set of iron armor for the recusant, iron armor for everyone that could wear iron armor in the party. So like that's really good. But circling back, we're doing The Witcher on Wednesdays. We're going to do Chain of Memories Mondays. Like the schedule for the channel is going to be now Variety's Spice of Life again. So February's going to be a short month, but we're going to kind of have it jam-packed with tons of great series and content, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you guys enjoy it. But this month has been a great month for Dragon Quest, getting it off the ground, getting it to the stage where I've progressed with the story. I can kind of move on with the story where, and like the reason I feel like I was finding it so difficult was because we had no magical damage, we had little AoE damage, and we had no healing with the Gadabout. The Gadabout was literally a hindrance, and now we're at the stage where we're properly outfitted. We have our utility characters, we have our DPS characters, we have our mixed attacker and magic user, and we have our magic and support caster. And when you just build a party competently, the game doesn't become super challenging. Now, we did have a slight problem, because when we got up to the top floor, I realized, oh, there's like these different button prompts, and they drop you down to the floor below. But essentially, that big sealed door is where we need to go to the boss fight, and those buttons do actually cause us to be able to move forward. But for now, we're gonna just grind up through levels, do a bit more shopping, and just make sure we are 100% ready and waiting for this boss fight because it is going to be unbelievably difficult, you know? Our characters aren't even 17, like level 17 I should say. But yeah, I then was looking at the map saying, okay, I haven't explored that other entrance, maybe that's where we need to go. So the rest of this episode is really just me exploring, giving a little look, seeing how things are, and I suppose the great thing is that Adria, just with her passive money generation, is getting us so much money. It's like brilliant, and it'll allow us to heal up really fast. And I'm just checking experience levels, and I'm like, yeah, if we continue growing in levels at this rate, just wandering this temple or pyramid I should say, we'll get through fairly alright. It's just literally anywhere you want to go, there's like a broken down area getting in your way. But like, you've basically seen all the fights in this area. It's just using your characters effectively and handy healing in between the battles, just so you're starting on the best foot forward. So again, all the enemies defeated, a good boost to our money gains as well. But here was where I got the knuckle dusters and had to like evac out. So I get to explore around this area again. Find a little hidden chest. And a mini medal, which is absolutely fantastic. I, for whatever reason, check again because I'm like, maybe there's something sussy. But I know one of the boxes is the Karna box, so I'm like, do you know what, let's just heal up and take on the Karna box again, just so I can have all the chests explored, you know? We get a prayer ring, so that's like really useful MP regen, which is quite nice. And then I'm like, yeah, let's just make sure I can handy heal. Maybe I can get a service call. And we end up this time getting an item store, and we can buy silver platters. That's basically a knockoff shield, but it's a shield that at least Kakashi can wield, which gives him a massive boost to his defense. We're also looking at all the different kind of resist certain elements, whether it's bedazzlement or sealing. The scholar cap is what Serena has, and it's a brilliant wisdom boost, and I wonder what the pointy hat does. Like, it's obviously like, as in I would say the scholar cap is like, you know, the sage accessory, and it seems that the pointy hat seems like the wizard's accessory, so maybe if you're matching the class they should be wearing it. Might give extra bonuses maybe. I don't know. That is literally just me spitballing at the moment. But yeah, if we just can head in and get through this other Karna box, we will be laughing. We've done enough Karna boxes to at least know that, you know, what we're meant to be doing. Adrith got absolutely devoured, but again, no one's unconscious, and we're kind of to the self-sufficiency stage that we can explore and we can zin and, you know, med heal and everything else. And then this is where I was like, okay, like, is it a random roll? Is it whatever floor I'm on? Like, what am I doing here? And so I rolled again and I got another shop. So then I thought, okay, let's just spam this ability until we get a different thing. And unfortunately, I seem to only be summoning other salesmen. I wasn't getting a priest, I wasn't getting an innkeeper. So, not ideal, but I just said, look, I'll keep casting it just to see what happens. And because I literally wasted all that MP in trying to restore the party's MP, I basically decided, okay, I need to just zoom back and come back to the pyramid in a moment. I then wondered, okay, does it mean when you're on a certain floor you'll always summon the same thing? So I went to a different floor to see if it would change. Realised I had no MP. So back to Idis I went. Just a fair warning, don't forget to go to the weapon shop and collect that mini medal. Because that is what I did. And now it does just go to show you, like, the expense of, you know, staying in the inn while in the dungeon is a lot. But it just saves all the bloody backtracking. Now, lucky for ye, you know, we do decide to, like, spare you the backtracking. But what I did remember was there's always this guy standing in front of this door, and at night time he moves away, and I just was realizing that when I was kind of going back and forth to buy things. So I was like, oh, I'm going to just make sure I get there and I can just see what this whole house is about. And we find one of the best books in the game. It gives us the genius trait, genius personality. The book's called Eureka, after obviously the real Socrates. And essentially, we're going to give this to Serena. So Serena can become a genius, and geniuses allow wisdom to grow at an incredibly fast rate. And the higher your wisdom, the higher your MP can grow. So it's all just a chain reaction for a mage. And again, I really have to commend the diary or the traveler's tips, because the game just says, oh, you know, your personality shapes your stats, that's fair enough. And then it's like, oh, you can change your personality. But, like, without the bloody, you know, traveler's tips, you wouldn't have a notion what half the personalities did, you know? But that's pretty much been our episode. Some really good highlights, like we got some good level ups. And I mean, we can try and use Musk, but I have a funny feeling to get this monster we need like either the Monster Wrangler or like a quiet spell or something. There must be like a stealth spell of some description. But you can just go in and out of any town and it'll respawn the monster. And I suppose I then was just checking, oh, is there any sort of thing that I can do here to quieten myself or anything? But I have a funny feeling it's probably a Monster Wrangler skill, since in their name, Monster Wranglers are probably the ones best to go hunt through the monsters. But granted, I just basically moved back up through the pyramid again. And we're basically going to make our way to that second floor and try and solve that puzzle next episode. But look it, I think we're going to be well able to survive. I don't think we're in any danger of like a total party wipe. We've just gone from very AoE focused to very single target focused. But I mean, if you're taking down the enemies in 1 or 2 hits, it isn't that bad. Cost you gained a level, and again, major boost to HP, major boost to attack again. But like, the main thing for me is all the stats are improving at the same time. Like, that's all I really want, you know? But again, we continue more, and you know, when we get back to upstairs, we can continue our episode. But I just wonder, because obviously I've been doing so many live commentary recordings, I'm just curious what you guys think of the more edited down, like, post commentary and gameplay. I would just be curious what you guys think. Leave me that note in the comments, and we'll chat to you next episode. Hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, whenever you're watching this. And with the Recusants level up, we're going to sign off till next time. Have a good one.